Hello, it's Leisha Berry here, author of I Am Her Daughter, The Healing Path to a Woman's Power. And you're seeing this video because I was guided to share this with you in reference to the eclipse that's coming up on August the 21st. And you are someone who apparently is potentially going to take a part in this important day. I've been guided to do ceremony in the North Carolina mountains in the totality path of the eclipse. And I've been given, ever since I agreed, essentially to do this, I've been given very specific parameters and requests about how to do the ceremony and the points of consciousness to do the ceremony for, and the purpose of the ceremony. And I've also been guided to ask women and men all over the world who are willing to take part, to be part of this ceremony and to lend their energy to the ceremony. And I was guided to make this video this morning as by means of introduction to what the ceremony is about and the eclipse and where we're at as human beings and as children of the earth, and where the earth is at and why this is important at this time. So all right, the ceremony itself that I've been guided to perform is in respect and honoring and request for 6 points of consciousness to be supported. Those 6 points are beings and levels of consciousness that are very important to Earth's health and well-being, and therefore important to our health and well-being. These 6 points of consciousness are supporters, and they actually are, because of who they are and how they show up on the earth, they bring a way of raising the vibration on the planet through a structural support, essentially energetic and structural support through their interconnection. So a word that I have been taught recently is the word weave, that we have weaves, and those are collective consciousness between certain aspects of creation. So human beings have a weave. We create a human weave. Oak trees have a weave. Carrots have a weave. Everything that exists has a collective consciousness, and that collective consciousness for that thing that exists is overseen by essentially a deva or archangel, if you will, the architect of that consciousness. And nature, of course, builds according to the architecture of that consciousness and builds that thing into physical reality here on the planet. So we are we're in a period of time of profound change, a profound opportunity for profound change, and the eclipse is really part of that window of profound change. And the profound change could go either way, is what I'm told. We could have a profound change that is beneficial for all of us, or we could have a profound change that is not beneficial for all of us. So this may sound, a little bit doomsdayish, and I don't mean for it to be fearful in any way, but to be a good custodian of the planet and a good custodian of my fellow human beings and all creation, and to speak the truth to you. So I'm doing it, in as gentle a way as I can, but also still speaking the truth. So hang in there with me. Don't go into fear about it, but let it be, okay, this is serious. So essentially the eclipse window is initiating a time period of several months, a couple of months of Earth being at a choice point. And I have been in contact with the Earth as an intelligence for many years. And as I've written about in I'm Her Daughter, in the third section of the book, there are instructions and guidance and suggestions about remembering our connection, our direct connection with the Earth and her intelligence as a species, because that's something that has been not only trained out of us, but that we are consistently being distracted about through all of the Wi-Fi and the cell signal and all of this jamming of our direct transmission, from the Earth and to the Earth. There's all this distraction, data stream that is not life affirming, that is interrupting our signal, whether it's intentional and malicious or whether it's not, is immaterial at this point. What we need to do is stop that jamming of the transmission directly to our planet and from our planet, because we are her children. We are the Earth's children, and we are meant to be in direct connection and to experience that direct connection, because the Earth is sending us data constantly about how to live in harmony and peace, and how to live in a way that's healthy and life affirming for us and our future generations. And that signal, that transmission, is being disrupted by man-made technologies that are not life affirming. In fact, they are death affirming. And so this is a call to us from the Earth, because the Earth is aware of our collective energy, our weave up here. And here up on the top side, in the sun, on the top, on the surface of the Earth. And our weave, our collective energy has got some pretty strange mixed messages going on. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anger and chaos and grief. And, these are normal human emotions, and they are meant to be, expressed and, felt briefly, to be felt and then let go and be done and move forward, back into our regular consciousness, into our joy and into our expression of our life and our purpose and live. However, there's a lot of recirculating going on, a lot of backwash of emotion in the human collective, and that backwash is creating a consistent message of fear, grief, and anger. And that consistent message, the Earth is feeling. The Earth feels us, and actually takes cues from us, because we are her, a part of her consciousness. We are like, if the Earth's core is like the palm of the hand, us on the top, on the surface of the planet and the sun, are the fingertips. Or the nerve endings, the sensitive little nerve endings. And we are consciousness that the Earth learns from. And we are an extension of her, like her nerve endings, And so we are evolving the planet through our experience, just as her evolution affects us as well. So, the message we're giving her is confusing her. So the Earth, as an intelligence and as a consciousness, is at a critical choice point at this time. This is what I have been told in my deep sessions with the Earth, and that's why I'm speaking up, and it's urgent. She's at a critical choice point because of the amount of negativity, the sheer amount of fear and grief and anger, etc., and the lack of connection with us and our lack of experiencing that connection. The earth is at this place where there's a decision to be made whether to continue or not. It's like the message she's getting is that we believe that the earth isn't of value, that our life is not of value, that this experiment, of being on earth is failed or done, and we need to stop sending that message. If we would like to continue, and I hope you would too. I have children, and I want there to be a world for them and for all of our descendants. And so we need to stop giving this message. We need to get super clear on our mastery of our minds and not being controlled by the media and by the fearful voices and constant flow of distraction and disruption from the truth under our feet and in our bodies. And we need to come back into direct connection and experience with the earth, grounding all the way to the core of the planet. I've been teaching this for years and years through the down breath, breathing in prime source energy in through the top of the head and down through our body, exhaling into the core of the planet so that we are truly anchored into the core. And we're also providing that transmission from prime source to the earth, and then from the earth back up to prime source through us. And I teach this in PEMS 1, in my course PEMS 1, which is online. But we need more people to do that. We need more of us to be this conduit for prime source energy and earth energy to move through us for our own lives, for our own benefit, but also for the benefit of the planet, and to fulfill our agreement as earthlings, as her children, to be connected to her. It's our birthright. She is our mother. We are her children. And we are meant to be in direct relationship and have direct connection with her always, all the time, every day, every minute, until we are ready to give our bodies back to her. So the ceremony is to reaffirm our connection with earth, our direct connection with earth, through these 6 points of consciousness that are the bees, the oceans, the trees, Earth's heart itself, the star ancestors, and dragons, interestingly. And I'm going to be learning more about how each of those 6 components, 6 points of consciousness, factor into this raising of the vibration of the planet. But I'm putting this out there because it's we don't have time to be pretending or hiding out anymore, or playing a game that isn't life affirming for all of us. It's time to step it up and step into the truth and step into our power and reconnect, recommit to our life here on earth, and reconnect to our direct relationship with the earth and her core, and that intelligence that is there for all of us, that teaches us how to live. Let's see. I'm going to be posting videos, a series of videos with several partners who are working towards this end. I'm going to be putting those videos out for people to watch who have eyes to see and ears to hear, and who want to take part in this ceremony on the eclipse date, and then for the months after, as we are transitioning, through this window. And I'm hopeful, crossing fingers and toes, that we can turn the tide, that we can help our mother know, help our planet know that we want to be here, that we want to live, that we want to be in connection with her and be her expression up here on the top side, on the surface of the earth, in the sun, where heaven and earth meet. So I hope you'll join me, and I hope that you'll continue to watch the series of videos that I'll be sharing with you. And look forward to creating a beautiful earth together, creating the garden on earth again. And by garden, I mean a place where we can all live. Much love to you and many blessings.